What's up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation E. This will probably be the last session you guys see, at least for me, before Regulation F drops. Or, I guess Regulation F is not going to drop until January, but at least until the Indigo Disc DLC, when that does drop, you guys will be seeing this probably later this week. I'm recording this on a Sunday night, so... Got a team around Pincurch and Electric Terrain, with Iron Defense, Body Press, Corviknight, and a bunch of other really cool stuff on this team, so... You know, when I see a Pincurchin team, which I never ever see, you know, I have to feature it on the channel. So, it's teamed by Phantom. I'm going to quickly go through this team real quick. We'll hop in some games. I think she has the Terra Grass, AV Iron Hands, more of a standard set. Lumberry, supportive Gyarados with the Terra Dragon, kind of cool. Light Clay, Aurora Veil, Ninetales. Booster Energy, Iron Bundle with Terra Flying, Terra Blast. Kind of unique, which I haven't really seen that much. Then you got the Corviknight, which is the Terra Fire Iron Defense Body Press set with the Citrus Berry, kind of a standard set if you're going to be running Corviknight. And then you got Pincurch, which actually has no rising voltage. It's actually a physical variant with Terra Dragon, Poison Jab, and Zing Zap, and then Toxic Spikes, which I'm not 100% sure what Toxic Spikes are even for. I'm assuming it's maybe if people switch out, because maybe they're going to have probably switch out Verzu just because the team seems to have a lot of setup or a lot of like more bulky stuff on this team. So, and stuff that doesn't really do like crazy damage at the start, apart from like the Iron Bundle and I guess maybe the Iron Hands. A lot of the other stuff on this team seems to need to either set up or it's more supportive. So maybe that's why the Toxic Spikes are on here in the cover. So apart from that, really cool looking team. We're going to see how this does. Like I said, we got the Indigo Disc on the way here, and at least when you guys are seeing this, probably about a week. So, got a bunch of other stuff on the way if you guys don't want to miss it. Stay tuned to the channel. Let's hop into some games with the team and see how it goes. Alright, well, you're here with the game. My opponent has a kind of a cool team. He has the Dragapult, Landorus, Arthflame, Ogerpon, Rillaboom. I think that's Sariledge, and then Frigoraph. So, what do I bring here? Be a good game for Pincurch, and if he didn't have Landorus, because it actually is okay here. What I do here, Gyarados actually looks really good. I'm gonna bring Gyarados, 100%. Gyarados is good versus like 3 things on his team. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna bring Gyarados Ninetales lead. Looks decent at least. I'll bring the Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle ain't too bad here. And then I guess Corviknight ain't bad here either. It comes down to either Corviknight or Iron Hands. Terra Grass, Iron Hands ain't too bad, but being that he has Ogerpon, that could be a problem. I think I'll bring the Corviknight here. My last mon, it's kind of a toss of what I bring. I don't like not a single mon, at least for what I can bring as like my 4th, isn't really the greatest. If you guys like this videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. If you guys want to become a channel member, if you guys want to become a VIP, there's a link in the description or the join button right beside the subscribe button. All the support really helps out the channel. Allows me to keep on bringing you guys top tier content going forward. These with this, I'm assuming that the Lando is probably scarfed. I think what I do here is I just Thunder Wave. I'm going to Thunder Wave the Dragapult. I'm going to try to Aurora Veil, but he's probably just going to spam Rock Slide. If I were him, I would double up into the Ninetales here. That's probably what he's going to do. Taking a long time to think about it, though. He might actually be debating whether I have Blizzard, too, because if I have Blizzard and I go for Blizzard turn 1, I can probably KO, like, both things on his team, which maybe would have been a better play here, but I really kind of need my Aurora Veil. I could have maybe went for Front Ice move turn 1, though, would have been pretty good. Does go for Rock Slide. I get the miss on the Gyarados. I don't know if that really matters. I'd rather have it land on the Gyarados, not the Ninetales. That way I don't flinch, which he gets a crit. That's bad. That mattered a lot. I don't flinch though, so I get my Aurora Veil up, but I wish I would have went for an ice move there, because I would have got rid of something. Something would have died. I'm going to go into corviknight here, and I'm going to start setting up on him though. I could have went into the Iron Bundle, but I'm pretty sure since the Lander has outsped the Dragapult, it's 100% choice Scarfed. So I don't really have to worry about that thing. I can kind of just set up freely. I don't think the Dragapult has anything for me. Unless he's Terra Fire and he has like Terra Blast, which I've seen that before, but it's not really that common. Yeah, I'm just gonna set up here. I'm gonna set up. I actually have Icy Wind. I don't have Blizzard on this. I actually have Charm too, which is kind of weird. Icy Wind here. The dodge on the Ninetales, that's huge. Does nothing under Aurora Veil. Psychic Fangs, oh that's bad. I have never seen a Dragapult with Psychic Fangs, that's weird. Never seen that. Icy Wind. How much this gonna do? That's a decent amount. The main thing is the corviknight being able to set up. It's like, now he has nothing for corviknight. Like, I think the only thing that he maybe has for the corviknight is maybe the Hearthflame Ogerpon. And I guess maybe Ceruledge. But even then, if I'm at +2, or +4, which I'm gonna go to right now, he can't do shit to me. So I'm gonna Icy Wind again. I don't think I really need the Aurora Veil anymore until I get rid of the Dragapult. I want to see what his last 2 Mons are. I'm looking pretty good here. I think I'm better off just trying to get damage, and that's the main thing I need. He's gonna go for Phantom Force. That's fine. That's fine. I actually outspeed the Landorus now on -1, so that's huge. I get rid of that thing. I don't know what Phantom Force is really going to do to me. He's just letting me freely set up, and even with the Snow Boost, that might not actually even kill the Ninetales. Because I do get the defense boost in the snow. At being at +4 now, I'm just going to start doing damage though. See what his last 2 Mons are. I think the corviknight can maybe clean this game up and probably sweep. Rillaboom, that's great. What else? Show me Ogerpon. Show me Ogerpon as your last Mon. I'm assuming that's what he has, because he brought this. He has Grassy Seed, that shouldn't matter that much. I think I just get, what I do here is I just get rid of the, I mean, he might actually just go for Fake Out here. He could actually just Fake Out on this turn. And I think I just go for the Brave Bird on the Dragapult here. I'm going to protect the Ninetales, predicting a Fake Out. Or Grassy Glide, that works too. Phantom Force, that does 10 damage. I'm glad he never went after the Ninetales. I am glad, because even if I would have protected there, if you guys know how Phantom Force works, it goes behind your protect. So even if you protect on the turn it's used, you still take damage. So even if I had protected there, I maybe would have died. He does have the Ogerpon, so that's perfect. That is perfect. That's so good. I think what I do here is I Terra Fire. I'm going to Terra Fire on this turn. And what do I have in the back? I think I have the Iron Bundle in the back, so I should be good versus Ogerpon. I think I just need to get rid of the Rillaboom mainly. Get rid of the Rillaboom here, and then I'm gonna... How many turns of snow do I have left? I have 1 turn of snow, so... I don't know if I should get the Aurora Veil up or if I should just Icy Wind. I'm gonna Icy Wind. Maybe at -1 the corviknight will outspeed the Ogerpon. I'm not sure though. I know for sure at -1 it'll outspeed the Rillaboom, especially if he's running like a full defensive set, which is probably what he is. Gonna Terra Fire. Okay, that's good. That's fine actually. That way I can hit him for super effective damage with Hydro Pump. He doesn't know I'm Terra Fire though, so he can still go for the Ivy Cudgel. It's not gonna do much. And he loses Mold Breaker, which it doesn't matter here, but even with the +1 boost, I'm still technically like +3. You're not touching me at all. I actually outspeed the Ogrepon. So the Ogrepon's not running max speed. Otherwise he would have outsped me. Or he's running Adamant, he's not running Jolly. It does 30 damage. Procs my Citrus, that's great. We're looking pretty good here, as long as this Brave Bird does a shit ton of damage. Does a solid amount of damage. Acrobatics. I lose my Snow Boost here, but he might... I don't know if he's going to predict my Protect on this turn. I think what I do here is I go for Brave Bird again on the Rillaboom. I have the Iron Bundle in the back, so I'm not really too scared of it. Scared of the Ogrepon. And then I'm going to Protect on this turn. He might predict the Protect and just double into the Corviknight on this turn. Especially if he has Stomping Tantrum. Spiky Shield, that's good. That's good so I don't take any damage. He goes for the Grassy Glide. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect turn for me. Perfect turn. I could have not have asked for a better turn. Goodbye. I think that's the game. I don't know how he wins now. There's no way, I guess unless he gets a crit. If he maybe gets a crit on the Corviknight, he can maybe kill the Corviknight, but even then, I don't know. It's going to be a roll. I don't know if a crit will kill me, especially from this range. Being at 120 now. Body Press at +4 should easily kill him. And then I think it is Icy Wind here. I can actually Charm. Actually, I'll Charm. I'll Charm. He is forfeits. The guy doesn't want to catch this smoke. Goodbye, bud. Get destroyed. A Corviknight there was the perfect mon to bring. Once it's set up even to like +2 with an Iron Defense, man, it just put in the work. Especially getting into +4 there. Like he had nothing. He had nothing for the Corviknight. Especially if being Terra Fire. Maybe if that wasn't Terra Fire and if I was just stayed like the Steel typing, maybe he would have been able to like do enough damage to break through the Corviknight even at +4 with the Ogrepon, because Ogrepon's still really strong. But being that I was Terra Fire, he had nothing for me there. Not bad, really solid game number 1. I'll see you guys in game number 2. Alright, we're here with another game. Opponent has a kind of a standard team, not really nothing too out of the ordinary, apart from I guess maybe Snorlax. Has the Como, Snorlax, Sinistcha, Iron Hands, Clefairy, and another Landorus, so I don't know if I should even bring Pincursion. Pincursion actually doesn't look too bad here. The only thing that's really stopping the Pincursion is Landorus, which is the main thing that I've faced a lot already trying to bring this team. Every time the enemy team has a Landorus, and being that Landorus, at least especially Scarf Landorus, is pretty good versus this team, usually they always bring it. It really holds back the Pincursion. It's like the main problem I'm facing with it, because Lando's just so common. I don't know what I bring here. I think I'm gonna bring Pincursion. I'll bring Pincursion. I'll lead with it. I think I'll bring Ninetales. I'll bring Ninetales, Pincursion, lead. What else do I want to bring here? I mean, the Corviknight ain't too bad. I'll bring the Corviknight. And then I think I'll bring my Iron Bundle here. It looks pretty good. It just comes down to what he really brings. I know he's going to bring Lando, because every single match I've had with an enemy team's had a Landorus T on the enemy team. They've brought it every single game. Because it's especially Scarf is really good versus this squad. Team's kind of, I wouldn't say it's really weak to Landorus, but like Landorus can put in a lot of work. Needs Sinistcha, so he's going to try to get up Trick Room. It's fine by me. So I think what I do here, I might actually just set up Toxic Spikes. I don't know what, it depends what his last few mons are. If he has the Landorus in the back, Toxic Spikes don't really matter that much. But I think I'm going to throw them up anyways. I'll throw one layer of spikes up here, and then I'm going to try to get my Aurora Veil up. I don't know, he's probably, if I were to guess what he's gonna do here is he's either gonna set up Trick Room or he's gonna go right out into Lando. He probably thinks I'm gonna go for like Rising Voltage or something. Yeah, he's just gonna go Terra Fire. It's fine. It's completely fine by me. Aurora Veil, I got the Aurora Veil up, so I'm looking pretty good. Belly Drum, that's kind of scary. I kind of wish I would have went for Zing Zap there, because I think Zing Zap would have did a shit ton of damage to Snorlax. He just gets the Trick Room up. It's pretty bad. And I'm going to try to Zing Zap the Snorlax here. I don't know if he's going to go after the Pink Urchin or if he's just going to go after the Ninetales, but I'm going to try to protect the Ninetales here to stall Trick Room. And hopefully he goes after the Ninetales. I actually outspeed the Snorlax in Trick Room. Can I get a flinch? I get a flinch! Don't burn me. Please don't burn me. Do not burn the Pink Urchin, please. No burn. Wow, we're doing great. If we can get another flinch, I think we're going to be in a good spot here. I just don't want to go for Icy Wind because that's going to lower his speed and then I won't be able to outspeed him in Trick Room. So I'm just going to Charm him. Withdraw. What do you have, Landorus? Do you have Landorus? Like and sub. What, does this guy have his own channel too? Protect, okay. I think the reason why he went out into this is because the Sinistcha doesn't have Rage Powder. So now he's going to try to redirect all my attacks onto the Clefairy here. I mean, joke's on him, I have Poison Jab. So I don't know how much Poison Jab will do to him, but he's going to be taking damage. He's not actually... He's not Magic Guard, okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he's Friend Guard, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess Magic Guard's more common in singles. I don't know, the question is here, like, I don't know if what would do more damage. Would Poison Jab do more damage to the Clefairy or Zing Zap, since it's under electric terrain? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go for Poison Jab anyways, we'll see how it goes. He might predict the Protect on the Ninetales here. But I think I gotta go for it anyways. I gotta go for it. I need to stall Trick Room out. He doesn't even go for Follow Me. So I could have got damage on him. That's perfect. Perfect. I think he has one. How many turns of Trick Room is there yet? I think there's one turn of Trick Room left. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna Zing Zap the Snorlax. Either he protects here and he doesn't take damage, or he's gonna get, hopefully gets flinched. And then I think I'm gonna Icy Wind. He's gonna withdraw. Let me guess, the Sinistcha is coming back out. Or he's gonna actually go to the Celadon. What's Celadon? Oh, that's the Sinistcha. I mean, he gets poisoned now though, which is the good thing. Can I get a flinch, please? Can I flinch him, please? I get a flinch again! Pink Urchin is putting in the work, y'all. I don't give a shit if this is a win or a loss. I'm gonna throw this one into the video for you guys, because he's putting in the work. Pink Urchin wants to win. Really does. Trick Room's gone now, too. So... I have two options here. I think he's going to protect the Snorlax on this turn. So he has Facade and Protect and Belly Drum. So I don't know what his last move is. But I'm going to Zing Zap. I'm going to try to double up onto the... I don't really even need the Ninetales in here anymore, actually. I really don't. I think I'm actually going to swap the Ninetales out for the Corviknight here. That's what a Zing Zap does. It does a decent amount of damage. High horsepower, I'm dead. I just got knocked into the 5th dimension. The crit might have mattered, actually. That was a crit. I don't know. I think the build I'm running on this too is really bulky, but I guess at the same time it's a +6 Snorlax. So I don't know. I don't think that even a crit, I don't know if that really mattered. I think what I do here is I just try to set up with the Corviknight. I think that's my play. Try to set up. I think I have how many turns of... I have 2 turns of Aurora Veil left, so I'm just going to protect on this turn. And then I'm going to Iron Defense here. The Snorlax has Facade and Stomping Tantrum. It can't really even touch me. See how much this does. It was a solid amount. I think the only main problem here is if I get burned. If he burns me, he might actually win. Go for Iron Defense. Okay, that's good. I mean, what this match is going to come down to, it's going to come down to Corviknight versus, like, his entire team again, I think. It's going to come down to Corviknight versus everybody, I think. Because he's able to probably one-shot the Ninetales. That's what he's going to do here. I need to set up to at least +4. I need to set up to +4. And even then, it depends on what his last Mon is. Because if he has the Iron Hands in the back, I think he can still win. Wait, really close game. What a match. I'm going to Charm. I'm going to try to Charm, and hopefully I can live. I'm not sure. I have to Iron Defense again. I live at highest horsepower. Strength Sap. I don't think that really matters. Because I have Mirror Armor, so that doesn't even matter. Okay. So I don't even take an attack drop. That's great. I didn't even know how that would work. I just found that out, actually. Didn't even know how that worked, actually, up until now. So if you have Mirror Armor, you don't even take an attack drop. Even if it's with Strength Sap. I just protect here again. I protect. And then now I'm at +4, so I should be doing a shit ton of damage. I don't know if he's going to protect the Snorlax here or what, but I'm going to go for it anyways. I mean, if I were him, I wouldn't, because he has Trick Room up, so it would be the best thing to probably attack, which that only does 20 damage now. And he brings me down to Citrus Berry range. This match is going to come down to what he has in the back, what his last Mon actually is. If he burns me. If he gets a burn on me, then we're going to be in a bad spot. No burn, okay. Body press at +4, you're dead. Goodbye. Corviknight putting in the work. I know this team was built like around Pincurchin and everything, but I think the real star of this team, at least from what I've played so far, is the Corviknight. This thing is fucking crazy good. He does have the Iron Hands, which is kind of bad. Because it forces me to Terra here. I don't actually... How many turns of Trick Room does he have? He has 1 turn of Trick Room. So... I'm going to try to set up an Aurora Veil here. But I think he's going to go after the Corviknight. I don't even know if Electric Move will actually kill me. I don't know if that'll actually kill. What's his last Mon? His other... He has the Clefairy, so that does nothing versus me. I win versus that, so... I think I can Terra here, and then I'm gonna Roost on this turn. I think he's gonna go after me, so I'm gonna try to Roost here. Try to stall out Trick Room. Clefairy shouldn't be able to do nothing to me. Fake out, that's fine. That does nothing, actually. He's just going for the burn. He really is. And I don't think you can actually burn me now since I'm a fire type. So I don't think there's no way to burn me anymore. I actually live too, and I'm actually able to get my Aurora Veil up. I just kind of clicked Aurora Veil because I thought I was going to die here. So I'm able to get that up again. I think that's game. I think the Corviknight now can just sweep the rest of his team. I really do. Because I don't, especially with no Trick Room, like I don't know what he does here. Like I've got Aurora Veil up. I'm at +4, pretty much +5. I can charm here. Actually, I'm going to charm the Iron Hands too, just to pretty much try to make him rage quit. I'm going to body press. I'll body press the Sinistchaw here. I'm not really even afraid of the Iron Hands. I'm just more of afraid of him setting up Trick Room again. That's the main problem. This should 100% kill him. He lives. How do you live? Does nothing. He's at -2. I'm at +5. That does like 5 damage. I mean, he keeps getting up the Trick Room at this point. Even then, I don't even think it really matters that much. I think the only problem is like it kind of makes the Iron Bundle irrelevant because it gets outsped by everything on his team. He dies to Toxic on this turn anyway, so I just protect the Ninetales here, and then I Roost. Stall turn Trick Room. The only way he kills me here is if he maybe gets a crit. Strength Sap. I forgot he has Strength Sap. Drain Punch. That does 5 damage. Alright, now I'm back to full. Now I'm going to start putting out a bunch of damage. Now it's time to start going for damage. I think what I do here, I'm just going to Icy Wind. I don't really care if he gets slower. There's no way I outspeed him in Trick Room anyways. I just need damage on stuff at this point, because the Toxic damage plus any chip damage really helps me. And then, I think I should just double up into the Iron Hands. I'll body press the Iron Hands here, that way I don't take recoil. Kills the Ninetales, it's fine. I'm surprised he just never went for Strength Sap. If I were him, I would just keep going for Strength Sap. But like, I mean, I guess I kind of understand because he's not really getting much out of that either. Because he's not really lowering my attack because of Mirror Armor, so he's just mainly getting his HP back and he's Toxic, so... I mean, I guess he's poisoned, but he's not like Toxic damaged. So... he's still taking a lot of damage every turn still. So he's not really getting much out of it, which... I'm going to Bundle here, but the Bundle's pretty much dead. The Bundle gets one-shotted by everything on his team here, so it's going to be Corviknight versus the last 3 mons. And I don't have Protect either, so I can't really do anything. I'll Hydro if I somehow live, but I'm not going to live anything here. The Iron Hands dies to Toxic damage. So I think I just body press the Sinistchaw here. It's almost, that actually almost one-shots the Iron Bundle. That is crazy how much damage that does. Bundle bad. Bundle has no defense. He actually just goes for that, actually. He just takes recoil too. If I were him, I would have went for Drain Punch. I think Drain Punch would have been a better play there, but because he maybe would have been able to live after the Toxic damage if he would have got some health back. I still think the Corviknight wins. Unless he has, like, some crazy move on the Clefairy. Which we already seen his moves. He has Heal Pulse, and I don't know what his other moves are, so... He's probably going to go for Strength Sap here again. Probably what he's gonna do. I'll Brave Bird. I mean, he can keep going for Matcha Gotcha all he wants. Like, he's eventually going to run out of power points. And he's only doing, like, 15 to 20 damage per one. So he's eventually going to lose. I don't think there's any way he wins here unless he maybe gets a crit. And even then, with how much damage it's just doing regularly, a crit's not going to do much more. A crit's only going to maybe do, like, 50 damage. So, I just don't know how he wins here. I think he just forfeits this turn. Yeah, he forfeits. Corviknight MVP. What an absolute just team carry. I think this entire team, I know it's built around the Incursion, I said it before, but man, at least the majority of the games I've done with this team, the Corviknight's been the one that's been carrying the games. Crazy good. Crazy good. Really long game, too. This game went almost 20 minutes. I don't know how many games I'm going to be able to put into this video now, since this one went forever. But I'll probably put 3 into this video for you guys. So I'll see you guys in one final match. Alright, we're here with one final game. My opponent has a pretty standard team apart from the Quaquaval. He has the Quaquaval, Hearthflame, Ogrepon, Sinistcha, Flutter, Chimpow, and the Alolan Ninetales. So, kind of a unique team here, actually. I think what I actually lead with here, I actually think Iron Bundle lead here is actually really good. I'm going to lead Iron Bundle. Pincurchin actually looks pretty cool here. What else do I bring? Iron Hands ain't too bad here either. It just kind of gets destroyed because he has 2 fairies on his team, plus the Sinistcha I can't really do much to. So I don't know if I should really bring that. I guess the Corviknight looks pretty good here as well. The Corviknight actually looks pretty good here if I can set it up again. Another match where it looks pretty good. And then, I don't know if I should bring my own Ninetales, or if I should just bring Gyarados. I think I'm going to bring Gyarados just for Intimidate, because Intimidate ain't too bad versus him. See how it goes. Pincurchin, funny enough, isn't too bad versus him either. Poison, electric moves I have actually hit the majority of his team. Chimpow, Ninetales, that's fine. Electric Surge. Get the speed boost for free. I think what I do here is I actually just let him set up the Aurora Veil because I have Encore and I can actually Encore him into that. So what I do here is I'm going to Hydro Pump into the Chimpow here. And then I'm actually going to double into the Chimpow here because I think he's probably Sash, so that doesn't even kill him. I live because of the defense boost. He gets up the Aurora Veil, well, that's fine. Electric Terrain boosts his Zing Zap to still kill him. It doesn't. Never mind. Never mind. So I have 2 plays here. I can Encore the Ninetales in on this turn, but then I let the Iron Bundle go down. He might actually Protect too. He could also Protect, but I think what I do here is I Hydro Pump. I'll Hydro. And then I guess I can maybe set up Toxic Spikes on this turn, which wouldn't be too bad. Which I'm going to do here. Ice Shard. Why would you go for Ice Shard? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's for damage, but I guess he doesn't have Protect. He mustn't have Protect. If I were him, I would have went for Protect. I actually live the Blizzard. I get my Toxic Spikes up. So whatever is coming in is going to be taking Toxic damage. Sinistcha, that's fine actually. I got Freeze Dry. So like under Aurora Veil, he'll live the freeze dry, but I've also got Poison Jab for the Ninetales, which I can use here. Should do a decent amount of damage. I can always try to get a poison. This is a lot of damage still, even with Aurora Veil. Bundle's dead. I get a dodge. Okay, that's good. Can I get a poison, please? I don't get a poison. I think what I do here, I mean, I can go into Corviknight. Corviknight looks really good. Corviknight looks really, really good here, actually. I'm going to go into Corviknight. Corviknight looks great. Another game where the Corviknight's going to put in a bunch of work here, I think. Especially being Terra Fire. I don't know what he has for me if I go Terra Fire here and I just set up an Iron Defense here. I can try to recover on the Pincurchin, but I think I'm better off just trying to go for damage. If I live, I'll recover. I'm not really too scared of the Ninetales here either. It has Aurora Veil. I'm assuming probably Dazzling Gleam, a Blizzard. And then probably Protect or like another supportive move. Blizzard kills the Pincurchin, unfortunately. It's gonna be another game where it's just Corviknight versus the world here, I think. And he can't lower my attack either because of the mirror armor. He gets back to full, but it doesn't really matter. I have Brave Bird, and you're not going to be taking a Brave Bird very well. I can just kind of sit here and try to stall out the weather too, which is what I'm going to try to do. We'll see if he has Freeze Dry. Because I don't think he has anything to touch Corviknight. It just depends on what his last mon is. See what if his last mon is Quaquaval, he might have a chance to win. Or if it's Flutter Mane. If it's like Specs, Terra Ghost, Flutter Mane, that would be probably the worst case scenario. I'm gonna set up again though. I'm going to +4 because I don't think he has anything for me. And then I don't know how many turns of weather is there. He has 1 turn of Aurora Veil, 1 turn of Snow left, so I could also probably go for Taunt if I really wanted to, but I just mainly need damage. That's the main thing I need, so I'm just gonna Waterfall here. He has Freeze Dry, so I'm dead. I'm dead. It's going to be Corviknight versus 3. Again, the crit might have mattered. I don't know, it depends. It depends on his build, but Scald. He actually has Scald, so that's bad. He might actually win now, actually. I didn't even take into consideration that this thing gets Scald. It depends what his last mon is, because I think it'll actually do a shit ton of damage to me. I'm forced to Brave Bird here. He can maybe switch out and try to get his Aurora Veil back up, but I don't know. It really depends. Freeze Dry, he's going to try to freeze me. Unfortunately, I don't outspeed the Sinistcha, which is really bad. I wish I would outspeed. I think he wins now, actually, because I'm just too low of health. He actually lives. He actually lives, and he's Rocky Helmet, so I lose. So I lose, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he has Skull. That's really rare, too. The thing that a lot of people are running right now, people aren't really even running Scald on Sinistcha. They're mainly running Trick Room, Mancha Gotcha, Rage Powder, and then usually either Protect or like another filler move. Usually Strength Sap is the other filler move, apart from like Protect. So a lot of people aren't really even running Scald, so we just got really unlucky there. Really unlucky. Otherwise, I think I would have swept. I think the Corviknight, if he did not have Scald there, I would have swept him. That would have been another game where the Corviknight would have swept a team. That sucks. That's unfortunate. As for this team, I do think this team is a little bit out of the ordinary, at least with like a lot of the mons that you are seeing on this team. Like, you don't really see Corviknight very much, especially Pincurchin. Alola Ninetales and like all the other ones are pretty common. Gyarados kind of a little bit lower on usage, but you'll still see it once in a while. But overall, I do think the team is really, really solid. A few, like the only major criticism, funny enough, is like a lot of the moves on this team, they aren't like PP maxed. So a lot of them, like a lot of the moves like Hydro Pump and some of the lower power point moves, they only have either 10 or like 5, and they're not PP maxed or have like no PP investment. So you could get maybe a PP stalled if matches go really long, which is the one thing I don't really care for. That could be easily fixed though. I'm assuming maybe this team was just thrown together towards the end of the Regulation E as more of a funner team or something, and didn't really want to invest that type of stuff into this team, just kind of threw it together, which is kind of what I do sometimes as well. I don't really invest PP ups or like items if I'm not going to be using the team very much, but apart from that, really solid team. I think the main star from this team is definitely the Corviknight. I think every single match, even I've only played like 3 games, even like testing this team, and like I think every single game the Corviknight put in a shit ton of work or just like carried the game. I think the main star of this team is 100% the Corviknight. I might actually just name the video after the Corviknight too. I know this team is supposed to be for the Pincurchin, but I might actually just make this video around the Corviknight with how much work this thing put in. It kind of outshadowed everything else on this team, at least from what I've played. So apart from that, the Pincurchin, solid mon. It has a really cool EV spread too. I think it's like 170 something defense and special defense, and like some really unique EVs which help it to survive a lot of really cool stuff. So kind of more unique set. You don't really see Toxic Spikes either, but every time I've used Toxic Spikes, it really helps my team out. The only problem is I only have enough time to really get 1 layer up, and I'm not able to fully get the 2 layers up, so my opponents are kind of able to play around the poison damage if they have recovery, which you guys seen a lot with the Sinistchaws using like Strength Sap and a bunch of other shit to try to kind of negate the poison damage, because I wasn't able to get 2 Toxic Spike layers up. But the whole team, the Gyarados is solid for the times I brought. I didn't really bring the Iron Hands, funny enough, not really that much. I think I only brought like 2 games, 1 game in my testing games. I think maybe 1 game you guys will probably see. But apart from that, solid team. You guys want to use it, rental code up in the corner, show the creator some support. As for Regulation E going into the DLC here, at least when you guys are going to be seeing this, probably about a week or like a week and a half away. This will probably be like the last session, at least like VGC session I throw up for you guys until the DLC drops this next week. So I should have a bunch of other new content on the way with the DLC and all the Pokemon that are going to be introduced with the DLC on the way. So stay tuned for that. A lot of cool stuff on the way. Also, maybe we'll be streaming the Indigo Disc over here on the channel. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming it yet, but subscribe if you guys don't want to miss that. I also might stream it over here on like when the day it drops on the 14th. So apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I also have a Twitch down in the description. I also stream over there usually on Sunday nights. If you guys haven't followed me over there, go follow me. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody.